Hey everyone, welcome back. I recently received a message on Instagram from a flutist who's preparing for an audition, and she's having difficulty nailing a particular run in her piece. She said that she's been practicing it slow over and over, but still when she gets there, she just can't get it up to tempo. She's totally right to practice it slow, and that's absolutely a necessary thing to do while you're practicing. While you need to use slow practice to ingrain muscle memory, help the fingers know what to do, and learn the actual notes, there's an extra dimension to slow practice that might be missing if you're still having difficulty nailing difficult runs. There are two ideas that go hand in hand. There are mental aspects and there are physical aspects. Our thoughts and our beliefs while we're playing influence how we use ourselves. If you're approaching a difficult spot and you're starting to panic and you're saying, oh no, here it comes. Will I get it? I might not get it. I hope I get it. Your body is going to respond accordingly. Know that you have a choice when it comes to your thoughts, and the first step is just becoming aware of what they are. Come up with a helpful word or phrase or intention to replace your doubtful thoughts. Instead of panicking about a run and saying, here it comes, you can write the word yes on top of your music. You can get yourself to believe that this is your favorite spot and you can't wait to play it, and you'll dive in and you'll trust a little bit more. Trust is key when it comes to difficult runs, especially in a performance. So learning to replace your doubtful thoughts with thoughts that help you trust yourself and enjoy difficult things is going to be a huge help. The fight or flight reflex and the startle response respond to things that we find difficult. Even if it's just notes in a piece, we can start to close in and prepare for battle if we're worried about what's to come. If we believe something is difficult, we might put in tons of extra effort that's actually getting in the way. Beyond just observing yourself as you practice, and especially as you practice slowly, there are a few different things you can do to get to know how your body is reacting and how you can undo it in slow practice. The first example is just record yourself and watch it back, and you can even slow it down. Watching yourself back gives you clear information about how effortless or effortful you are, and at specific spots. Look for moments where you're jumping off the ground, or where your arms are flying, your elbows are moving, or you're changing facial expressions. In the second example, instead of recording yourself, you can play through and actually get a snapshot of feeling while you're playing. To do this, play through a section of your piece, and as you approach the difficult spot, freeze where you are and look at what happened to your body. Were you still on the ground? Are you holding anywhere? This gives you a lot of information. I'm squeezing. Because I've stopped playing and I've frozen myself in place, a bar went by and I could tell that because I wanted to play soft, it started squeezing and tensing in the chest. So I want to stay resonant and open, and this is what I'm going to ingrain while I'm going slow. Staying open. If I pause there, I didn't feel the same tension. You want to do this slow several times to trust the feeling of staying open and staying free. If you freeze and you're on your tippy toes, go back to the ground. Speaking of your feet are your essential connection of your body to the ground and the floor. You need to feel grounded and you need to stay grounded as you're approaching difficult things. You can get to know what your feet are doing by just recording your feet while you play. The clearer the information you have, the easier it will be to ingrain it as you're going slow. If you notice while watching back that your right heel was lifting up off the ground, or you had a tendency to lean more on the left leg, you can go slow as you're practicing and you can remain grounded between both feet. You can think about keeping both your heels on the ground. You want to ingrain this idea as you're going slow so that you can learn to trust once you're going fast again. Once you've gotten to know the thoughts that you have as you approach a difficult spot and your body's physical response, Use your slow practice along with a musical intention that gives you the feeling of groundedness in your body, of trust in your own thoughts, and gives you something else to focus on other than fear. There's a difficult measure in this Karg-Elert example, and instead of worrying about the big leaps and the hard double tonguing, I can think about instead showing the difference between F and F sharp and maybe increasing the intensity each time it comes. I was also able to notice that my thighs started to grip and my knees were locking up and my left arm was kind of squeezing in as well. So with the next repetition, I'll think about having a soft, easy left arm, keeping my knees balanced and keeping my legs soft and easy. That time I added a little bit of a bend in the knee, and I also thought of the word easy, supple, and effortless as I played through, and it felt much easier. You can test yourself by going right back up to tempo, see what it feels like, see if you're able to trust or did you add back tension, and then go back to your slow repetitions. Keeping your flute balanced and stable is essential when it comes to technical runs, as well as having your fingers be fluid and precise. I dedicated a whole video to my favorite technique tips that help with stability and easy fingers, as well as the unique difficulties of playing in the upper register when it comes to technique, and I have a video on double tugging. I'll put those below in the description box if you're interested. I hope you found this helpful. Please leave a comment if you did, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.